guys, Stocksniper Mike here, and I'm back with the 2-minute drill. I'm here to give you guys 2 minutes of one crazy week of trading. And the highlight of the week, coronavirus, and unfortunately, coronavirus. And the stock market showed for it. On Monday, we hit our 3-year lows of the Dow Jones, dropping all the way down to 18,213. And for those that are wondering what dropping all the way down means, it means from all-time highs. And yes, I'm not lying. All-time highs. America was doing its best before all this crisis happened. Dow was at 29,000, just over 29,500. And now, coming up to Monday of this week, we hit 18,213. That's a 37% drop. 37% drop of the American economy. Now, it's hard to put this in perspective if you're not involved with the stock market, and that's what we're here for. We're going to give you guys that. If the Dow ends up dropping 300 more points, which is not far from there, that's going to be the worst month it's ever had, ever in stock market history, and the stock market's been open since the 1900s, early 1800s. A lot of people are wondering, what's going on? What's going on with this market? What does that mean, these big drops? Let me show you. There's a couple sectors, there's a couple big companies that have been completely destroyed from this disaster of the coronavirus. A couple sectors that I'm going to go over just to highlight, just to show you guys what's going on out there, is the travel sector. Big company that makes a lot of our aircrafts, Boeing, was a $330 stock back in early February, mid-February. The stock is at $90. That's very scary. Now let's run this down. If you guys here, and if you're not involved into the stock market, I'd highly recommend you start looking into stuff like this, especially if you hear a company that I'm going to go through when I run through all this, that you like, that you've heard about. These drops, we call them discounts. Try to call them discounts. Try not to panic. America will always rebound. We're never going to call the bottom, but we're always going to rebound. The travel sector, like I was saying earlier, Boeing, from 330 to 90, huge drop. JetBlue is one of those travel companies that got damaged, $21 to $6. And these are mid-February drops all the way into Monday. Cruise lines got very damaged because those were the ones that were found with coronavirus early. Royal Caribbean, a stock that was at $135, dropped down to $19. Carnival, a stock very valued, a company very valued at $40, dropped down to $8. Hotel companies were damaged in this. Marriott, if you didn't hear, had to lay off tons of employees, which is very sad in times like these. They dropped from $35 to $18, about 50% of a drop. The cannabis sector was completely destroyed. Not like they weren't getting burnt already, like we talked about before, but this hurt them even more. Tilray, the industry leader, went from $20 to $250, $20 to $250. Canopy Growth, one of the other sector leaders, went to 23 to 10, and Hexo, a big leader in Canada, went from 150 to 35 cents. These are huge drops. Now, a lot of people are sitting on their couch and wondering, where did sports go? I miss sports too. That's why we got the Boomer song. Shouts to Boomer. Whoop! You got gamblers out there sitting, don't know what to do. Degenerates, I got your solution. Don't worry. We got gambling related stocks. We got casino related stocks, and those are beat up too. So now's your time. When you don't have anything to bet on, degenerates out there, come our way. We got your back. Big companies like Caesar's Palace dropped from $14 to $3. Big companies like MGM dropped from $34 to $6. We got companies like Wynn Hotel Group dropping from $150 down to $35. And last but not least, sorry to shout it out, our pizza tasting animal, David Portnoy and Barstool Sports, looked like a hero a little bit ago when they bought into Penn. PENN is the ticker. That stock shot up to 39. Guess where it is now? $4. Unfortunately, that stuff happens, but you know what that means? Opportunity. Before I jump into Tuesday, while all this madness was going on, we traded our own niche. As a sniper, we have our own niche of trading. We're up, having our best month so far of $4,000 plus in the month of March, while the Dow, like I was telling you, could have its worst month ever. So make sure to check us out if you haven't already. I'm just highlighting the bigger stocks. But we actually ended up making $500 in all this madness, all this craziness of Monday on a stock called GAXY. They came out with coronavirus-related news. Coronavirus-related stocks on over-the-counter are going crazy. We won't talk about those now. If you're interested in those, check us out. We ended up making $500 in this situation during this crisis of Monday. in Gaxi, dip buying it, which is one of our big buys after it had a huge day. Dip buying it down at 22 cents, 0.22, selling it at 3 cents. So that's about a 50%, almost 50%. I think we sold it at 3.2, so 50% gain, while the Dow is dropping 37%. That's a $500 bag. Now let's jump into Tuesday. Things starting to get a little bit brighter. On Tuesday, because our man, Donald J. Trump, came on and said, we gotta save the companies. We gotta sign the bill. We're gonna come out with a bill. So a bill came out. Finally, these big companies, airlines, cruise lines, no one's going on cruises, no one going on airlines. These companies have to be saved, and how do they do it? With American dollars. American dollars are going to be created. $2 trillion bailout bill that Trump introduced and the whole government introduced to agree on. So what happens with the Dow? The Dow reacts. Tuesday has one of the best days it's had since 1933. Remember, all things that go down must come up. So everything that's going down has to bounce. The Dow is completely crashed. Now it has its best day on its first bounce day, 11%. Is it the first bounce day? We don't know yet. But 11% green day, best day since 1933. Big thing to notice. Big thing to realize. Volatility is happening right now. Get in now. Now while all this happened, we are still in our own niche, and we were able to finish that other half of the trade on Gaxi, Gaxy, for another $450. So in total, making around $900 on the trade. Gaxi with only around $2,000. Where else are you making around 50% on your money in a day? Very hard to do that. We do have a YouTube video. I won't go into detail about that. Check us out on a YouTube Gaxi trade review. Me and my boy Sniper Alex go over that in detail review. You guys learn from that. Now let's jump into Wednesday. Wednesday was another bounce green day. The deal didn't happen. Donald wants the deal. Donald tells people that the country's going to be open by Easter. People are a little nervous, but this deal is supposed to save a lot of things. The deal doesn't happen on Wednesday, but the Dow still reacts and still goes up in anticipation to the bill. On Thursday, the bill is getting hotter. Things are getting bigger. We are getting more intact to helping these little small businesses as well as these large companies like Boeing get company to fund them, help employees start to get back to work again. Dow has another big day. That's 3 straight green days coming from that huge drop of 18,000. Closing at up 6%. 6% it closed on Thursday, having a great day. So now let's jump back. I want you guys to jump back, and now we're going to go into money talk. We're going to get a little quicker and talk about those companies that I reviewed a little bit ago and show you the bounce and the impact that this market is having. Jump into the airlines right away. Boeing, company I talked about that had the big drop earlier. They bounced. Now this is 4-day bounces, guys. All these are going to be 4 days, 3-day bounces. Huge bounces that happen with these huge stocks. Things that don't usually happen. Discount. Dip equals discount. Boeing from $90 to $180, 100%. Whoop! JetBlue from $670 to $1250, 100%. Woo! We're going back to the gambling stocks. Caesar's Palace, for those degens out there that couldn't gamble on anything. If you invested in Caesar's Palace, you got $330 all the way to $750 on your money, more than 100%. Woo! Penn from $4. Penn, the one we were talking about that Barstool Sports was hero for buying at 30. Went from 39 all the way to 4, bounced to 15. That's 300%. Where else are you finding that money? Woo! Cannabis stocks, the sector that's completely gone, burnt down, choked, gone over. Bounce. As the Dow bounces, they bounce too. Tilray, 3 all the way to 10. That's about 330% bounce. Hexo, 0.35 all the way to 120. That's about 250% bounce. Cruise lines. They had some of the biggest bounces of all. We had Royal Caribbean go all the way from 20 to 45. That's 100% plus. Carnival as well had 100% bounce. Cruise lines were going crazy. Travel companies going crazy. This just shows you opportunity. Now, after 3 green days, just like we were talking about earlier, let's settle down a bit. Friday was a bit hesitant. The bill still did not sign. Thursday night, alerts came out that coronaviruses were at the highest in America than any other country. America is now reaching more of that medical crisis that we were talking about, that we don't want a medical crisis to turn into a financial thing. Friday, the 3 green days took a dip. Not a big dip, but it did start red. It opened up red off the news that, number 1, the cases are the highest they've ever been. Number 2, Trump brought up an Easter reopening of the country, and if cases keep opening, it's going to be hard to reach that. Number 3, 3 green days after not even having back-to-back green days since February 5th. So the Dow has not had back-to-back green days since February 5th. That's all the way, gosh, I miss you, Super Bowl, all the way back to the Super Bowl in Miami 2 days after. The Dow has not had back-to-back green days. So we've been struggling for a long time. It just had 3 straight green days, 11% day, I think it was a 2% day, and then a 6% day. That's almost getting 20% back of the Dow. Things usually have to fall after that, and that's what happens on Friday. When things fall, we're ready, and we decide to attack a cannabis OTC stock. We ended up making $850+ on Kush bottles after 6 straight green days, shorting the first red day in the morning. Check that out. We'll have a trade review on it later. But great thing to understand. Everything that comes up is going to come back down. I'm not going to tell you this is the end. This might not be the bottom. Things can get worse. As long as the coronavirus is here, the financial crisis and the financial worry will still be here. Now, I want you to understand that opportunity is also here with the crisis. Don't get scared. Don't panic. Sign up for the Stocksnipers. Check us out. We got a lot of great information. We're always ready every day. Make sure to hop in. If you're not even in our chat room, or if you're not deciding to come join with us, subscribe to our YouTube. Check out our Instagram. Check out our Twitter. We're here to help. We're trying to show opportunity every day. Now guys, the Dow is anticipating a lot of things. The bill is going to be big. If it's signed, let's see how it reacts. Not all things react good to news. The Dow can actually dip off this news. Be ready, be prepared, and we got your back if you're scared. That actually rhymes. Shout out Chris Boomer. Shout out ESPN. I miss sports, but we're here to keep you guys activated and keep the action going. I hope I inspired you guys. I hope I motivated somebody. And if you learned one thing today, that was my job. All right, Stocksniper Mike signing out here. Peace.